Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of October 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves are happening in the sky now, and boy, are they big. Fully 4 planets are going to go direct under a sky like this, under a month like this, and that means forward momentum for all of us out there. Now, for you, there are a couple that I think are especially important. One is Mercury, because Mercury is your ruling planet, going direct on the 17th. The other very important direct planet is going to be Pluto, and Pluto is moving through a part of the sky for you that has to do with what you truly want in your heart of hearts. What is the truth about what you love in every area of life? And so these planets in particular going direct is going to speak to you that much more personally and that much more powerfully as well. And though I'll talk about Pluto when we get to the love portion of this video, I do want to say where Mercury is retrograde as we start the month is the same part of the sky that we are going to have a new moon in on the 6th of the month. Now, this new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with money you earn and money that you spend. It has to do with self-esteem. It has to do with self-worth. It has to do with your understanding of what it means to see yourself kindly and lovingly, but also to define abundance and prosperity in your own terms and in your own way. And so this particular new moon is hand in hand with Mars. That brings with it a sense of some impulsivity or some urgency, and happening across the sky from Chiron, which does suggest some vulnerability. So here are some things to remember. When we have such strong financial energy in the chart as we have in your chart now, the money you need is there. You may have to hustle a little bit more, do a little bit more, but it has a way of coming together. It has a way of showing up for you. However, at the same time, with energy like this, there's a real sense now of you moving in a direction of needing to come to a depth of understanding as to where your self-love is, where your self-esteem is, coming to a depth of understanding of what role prosperity and abundance is going to mean, how you're going to define it, and what's worth doing for money and what isn't. And so with new moons tend to bring with them new opportunities. And there may be an opportunity that does show up at this time, more likely comes back around, because remember, Mercury is retrograde in the same part of the sky. And you are left asking yourself whether or not this is worth doing for money or not. It may be that what you felt was a really good idea at one point where it came to earning money or spending money, maybe now seems a little bit different. Or it may also be that a particular situation comes back around in some way, but you realize that you're in a different place now where it comes to your self-love, where it comes to your self-esteem. And so understand that with Mercury retrograde and a new moon like this, your vulnerability is heightened in some way. You may not necessarily be seeing things from the most practical lens, which isn't your normal modus operandi. And so it becomes that much more important to strive to just pace yourself where possible, knowing that what seems like a great purchase under the light of this new moon may look very different once we navigate to Mercury direct on the 17th. And what it is that seems like you absolutely want to engage in terms of an opportunity, where it is you're hoping to make changes to move yourself towards greater prosperity, well, you may see the opportunity very differently once we get past the middle of the month. Now, where it comes to self-love and self-esteem, you may get a chance to demonstrate that you are now at a higher level where it comes to seeing yourself in the most loving terms. Now, regardless of what does transpire, you will be fine. When we have such strong financial energy, like I like to say, it means that the money is there. You just may need to do a little bit more to show up for it. There may be some feelings of vulnerability around it, and yet you will see whatever responsibilities are there through to fruition. Now, as we navigate later in the month, it is going to be on the 20th that we will have a full moon. Now, this full moon is interesting for a few reasons. It's also a financial part of the sky, but it's different. It has to do with your relationship to financial institutions. But this part of the sky also connects you to an understanding of what it is that you are ready to change, where it is that you're ready to be more deeply honest with yourself about where you are in all kinds of ways, not just financially, but emotionally, where it is that change must happen, where it comes to how well you feel psychologically. And so where it is that you are due for a breakthrough moment, where it comes to any therapeutic journey you may be in, well, that may come into play at this full moon. But yes, many Virgos out there may experience this full moon in the context of having to connect with a financial institution or having to pay attention to a financial matter. Not always easy, not always fun. And I'm sorry to say, but it does happen that may be a scenario that comes up. But here are some things to remember. Yes, Pluto is square this full moon. And so that does suggest stress being there, that you're not happy about what is transpiring or happy about having to pay attention to a particular financial matter, but that's okay. You will see the matter through. But we do have this harmonious connection to Jupiter that I absolutely love. And what that suggests is there's every reason for hope. There's every reason to believe and to feel that things can transform in a way that you love. Again, you may have to do a little bit more to have the money show up, or you may have to feel like you're digging very deep to move towards the change that you desire, psychological, physical, or otherwise. But the belief is there that great things can happen. The blessings are there, that opportunity is there. That means that you will be more than fine. You will do great as you navigate this full moon. Now, where it comes to matters of love, it is going to be on the 7th of the month that Venus will move into the foundation of your chart. And this connects your past and love in powerful ways. Home is where the heart is, with Venus moving in here right into next month. Now, the other layer of understanding to this month is Pluto. Pluto in a heart-oriented part of the sky, boy, is that going to represent very powerful faded attractions in the context of love. So if it is that you are open to meeting someone new, Pluto going direct on the 4th does mean that you may end up having a key interaction with another person. Now, regardless of what happens on the surface, because remember, I'm not seeing a whole lot of like Saturn here, right? A harmonious Saturn to a love-oriented part of the sky. We're not necessarily seeing that. Instead, what we're seeing is passion and desire and lust and intensity, but also a sense of things being more complicated than you may necessarily like. So it looks much more likely to just represent a particular moment in the first part of the month. Now, regardless of what happens with that moment, it can serve as a catalyst for you towards more meaningful change. Having said that, Venus moving into the foundation of your chart, this can suggest a sense of you looking back at the love that has been in your life and seeing it with more loving eyes as part of freeing you for a future of love ahead. Possible as well with Venus moving here is reconnections with past loves. For those of you just starting to date somebody, well, look, Pluto going direct in that heart-oriented part of the sky, this really is a moment of truth. This is an all or nothing kind of energy. Either you're all in or you're really not. And there's no middle ground with this energy of Pluto, that's for sure. You're being honest with yourself of the nature of the attraction. And if you feel like there's something substantive here, well, with Pluto going direct, chances are you will feel like the bond is moving forward as well. But if you feel like there isn't something real here, this is where you will make the very clear decision to go in a different direction. In some way or another, you are going to see some truth about this person, and either you'll love it or you'll leave it. For those of you in an established bond, well, I think that the more dominant energy really is going to be Venus. Venus moving into the foundation of your chart means that home is where the heart is. Love is at home. If you live with this person, that energy of love at home becomes that much more magnified. If you don't live with this person, well, that may come into focus at this time, or a desire to do that. There is a need to spend time alone, close the door, have that sacred space for the two of you. That really is where the love grows stronger. What I love about this month for you, well, look, there's a lot here. Even with all its intensity, Pluto going direct is a big deal. But I'm actually going to say my favorite thing about this month for you is going to be Mercury, your ruling planet, going direct. That's a big deal. Mercury going direct means that you see things more clearly. You have a greater sense of understanding. You know some truth about yourself that much more clearly, that much more on the surface. And for you, it's going to be a financial matter, finally feeling like it's gaining traction or moving forward in some way. You may find yourself that much more open to possibility and open to the real possibility now that there is some understanding, some desire on a heart level as to what it is that you are truly wanting. Not only in your heart of hearts, not only in terms of romantic love, but in terms of self-love as well. That's Mercury and Pluto both speaking to these different types of love. The fact that both are going forward with a month like this means that you get clear. And as you get clear, the love you desire and all the different types of loves that you desire to know grow that much stronger. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. At NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, you get expanded exclusive video scopes each and every week for each and every sign. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to future Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. I look forward to meeting you there. And thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.